It's week 30.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in week 13.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
To throw is Fields.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers sliding out of the pocket.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 30 inches.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On play action, now Rodgers steps away.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The Packers coming in looking for win number 10 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love to match up with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure Fields hit and the ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Dillon up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. One possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields, a throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 26. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. He completes it to Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
The Fields is off, and out comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the right hash, this from 33. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
As A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, he really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
From the 6.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So we've come to halftime here with a
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Hands it off and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's a result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. On 2nd and 9. Fields, he'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
ran the perfect defense in this situation, would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see
touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go back to the ground with Jones. Shifts by him. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. On play action, now Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if somebody was going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. On first down, Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On second down, it's Drake. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And they're going option play on third down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On second down, Dillon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a third down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete. Since that last completion before, he had attention on that route. Tougher to get a clean throw as well. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down by 7. A minute 50 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back to throw. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep